Hello beautiful people, it's Davina from the... Whoa, you've been cut off.
Yeah.
Hello beautiful people, it's the...
Why are you talking so loud?
Hello beautiful people, it's Davina from the London Curls, and I've got my cousin Franklin with me. I'm now currently in Erlangen. Erlangen. Almost, not really, in Germany. And rather than doing the same sort of vlog that I did last time I came to Germany, I thought let's actually talk to Franklin a bit today, find out more about him, how we met each other, even though we might look very similar, like twins. We met in April last year, so we've only known each other for 10 months, and how we met each other was quite interesting. The chain of events that led up to me meeting Franklin was after my graduation in 2013. I wasn't on the best of terms with my dad, so we hadn't spoken for a while, and then I had, because if you don't know already, I'm a teacher. I had teacher training and I'd missed my train, so I rang a cab office and someone like a taxi man came, and we were talking in the car and he was asking, oh, so like where are you from and stuff, and he said, so where's your dad from? And I thought that's a really specific question for someone that I don't know, but I thought okay, I'll answer it. So I was like, where do you think? Whenever people guess, people seem to assume I'm like Jamaican or something. They never instantly think of Nigerian. And he said Nigerian, so I was like, he knows me quite well. And then he said, where does your dad live? And I was like, and then I said where my dad lives. And then within a few seconds, he got his phone out and he got a picture of my dad up on the phone, and he turned around and was like, that's my brother. I was like, oh no. So he rang my dad while I was sitting in the back of the cab, just looking like out the window like, I want to dive out right now. And then he put me on the phone to my dad, and my dad was like, well, what are you doing in South London? And I told him teacher training, blah 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 blah. And yeah, so that was awkward, but then obviously me and my dad got on better terms. So a few months, so that was 2014, then 2015 last year, obviously I got in touch, like stayed in touch with my uncle, was on better terms with my dad, and I think we can both agree that everyone within our Nigerian family wants to always add everyone on Facebook. Yes. So yeah, everyone was interlinked on Facebook by this point. Still didn't know anything at all about Franklin. And then Franklin's dad, Carlos, he messaged me and he asked me if I could come to a christening. And I missed the baptism part because I can't remember why.
Probably don't want
to. If you've ever been to these, because it's a celestial church, the white garment churches as well, wasn't it?
I don't know, they were all dressed normal.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, I think I must have made the assumption it was a celestial white garment church, because that's the thing that my dad was a part of, and I didn't particularly like going to a church where no one spoke English, and I was kind of sitting there like, so yeah, I didn't go to the actual christening part, but then I went to my uncle's flat, and then in this room full of like Nigerian people, there was Franklin just sitting there like by himself looking awkward. I was like, who is that? Who is he? And yeah, that's how I met you. And then we spoke and we became close, and we realised we both shared very similar experiences. So I've already explained what it was like growing up mixed race in the UK, but you've had kind of a similar experience, I guess, here in Germany. From my experiences that I shared with you before, I was the only mixed race child of my mum. I'm my mum's only child, and my dad has two children, two more children, so my brother and sister, who are fully Nigerian, and he lives with them. And so I saw my dad, I think like once a week up until, I don't know what sort of age, but then it kind of became less regular. So there were times when we didn't see each other much, maybe twice, 3 times a year. So there was that, and obviously that can be quite difficult when you're like mixed race and you don't quite look like your white family, to then not have like the other part of your family near you. So that's my experience. My dad lives quite close to me, but obviously it's different for you. So what was it like growing up like mixed, well, not having your dad, like your black dad there?
I actually didn't care that much. It was like in kindergarten, I only had my mom and I didn't know it any different because like they separated when I was 2. So I can't remember it. Like the first memories were just me and my mom alone. We shared a room.
Yeah.
Alone. So to be honest, in kindergarten skin color is not that big of a problem. I remember there was one black kid. I think I did not like him that much. So skin color while growing up was not that big of an issue.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing of discrimination was like they called me choco, like chocolate pudding.
Okay.
So but that's not an issue. I didn't take offense to that.
There's a few things here that need to be brought up, because when I first went to Cologne, again, you can watch it, blah blah blah. We went to a chocolate factory and there were like quite a few like black images of black people, and we had a conversation then where I think, whereas maybe the UK is too PC, politically correct, but there's certain things that I was kind of shocked by, because I was like, what, you can't have that sort of advertising, and certain things that, like, I think if I was called chocolate pudding in school, I'd be like but it doesn't seem to be that much of an issue here.
I just said vanilla pudding, so it's
you're
like
vanilla pudding.
You say cracker, don't you?
No, I don't say cracker. I don't say cracker. You're making it out like I'm a racist. I have never said cracker. Oh yeah, Davina, you say cracker all the time. I don't ever say cracker, so I don't say cracker. That's not true. I promise.
You can bleep that out.
Yeah, I will bleep that out. Where did you grow up, so that they know? Because we're in his university city at the moment. So he's in university doing law. But yeah, where did you grow up?
In Western Germany, near the Dutch border. Is it Dutch border?
Yeah.
Near the Dutch border. I grew up in a federal state which had I think it has the biggest Muslim population in Germany. So, well, the city where I grew up was not that multicultural. However, you had a few non-white people there. Germans like to stare. That's a cultural thing. They also stare at you if you wear a neon jumper. So you only have to think about racism when you're in East Germany. So
there's something. Because I wanted to go to Berlin, didn't I, with my friends, and you said that there's parts of even Berlin, because Berlin's in East Germany, there's parts of Berlin that would be kind of a bit sketchy to go to as well, because East Germany is more racist than the rest. But I think I had my own preconceptions. Obviously there's the history of Germany, which we won't go into, but I always was a bit cautious. I was cautious when I came before, but there's been no issue at all, I've found, since being in Germany. It's quite multicultural, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's more a thing of big cities.
Yeah.
You always have been to the big cities.
I'm acting like I'm an expert of Germany. I've been to Cologne, Nuremberg and Erlangen.
Erlangen. Yeah, almost.
Did you ever feel out of place, like you didn't fit in because you were mixed race?
When sometimes when I went on holidays with my mom and her boyfriend, it was a really small town. When the town or the city is smaller, you more have to endure stairs, and those stairs were not usually stairs. It was just you can feel from behind how they will look at you, so that was kind of uncomfortable. Yeah,
I think some people still can't get their head around the idea that we could come from a white person, or I don't know, I think some ignorant people, or people that haven't been exposed to multiculturalism, maybe. Do you feel like you're in touch with your Nigerian side?
No, not really. Like I feel very out of place under Nigerian people. Like, I don't know, they're so different. Like, it sounds really bad. They're very loud and like up in your face. Like,
It's very different from the German culture.
yeah, I'm shy, so it's like pretty overwhelming when everyone is like acts like they've known me for like, I don't know, 20 years.
Yeah,
I don't even know who they are.
Like, okay, so there's different things that you need to be aware of when you're in church. It's not just in church, but like referring to people, even if they're not like related to you, as auntie and uncle. And like, I don't know whether this is across all churches, all Nigerian churches or African churches, but there's like an expectation to kind of like curtsy or bow for like a church elder. So there was that as well. Just generally, you have to be incredibly respectful. And even if you think you're being respectful, there's certain things like giving and receiving money with your left hand that you've just got to be aware of as well and stuff. I think it is, you're right though, there's like with German culture and I think with English culture, like the Nigerian culture is so different. It is very loud, it's very confident. I was glad you were there at your dad's thing because there were so many people I did not know. I knew my auntie, my dad, and your dad, and that is it. And then everyone else was new, and then everyone was still really like, yeah, like in your face, making loads of conversation. I'm not the shyest of people, but even I was a bit like, whoa, especially because my dad was off having his own conversations. So when I was younger, if I was a child, I would have been by my dad's side, so it would have been easier. But when you're older, it's like you're just left to deal with like 101 uncles and aunties like having a conversation with you, which can be a bit much. Right, so obviously I don't say it enough, but I am the London girls. What are your thoughts on London? Because we went to a really horrible part of Nuremberg yesterday and he was like, this reminds me of London. I was like, why?
It was not horrible. It was like the industrial part.
It was an industrial part.
Why is industrial horrible?
Because it was like,
it's clear that industrial is not nice.
Yeah.
Like what do you think? Like a park with flowers?
Yeah, but like why is that reminding you of London? London isn't like that.
Well, the streets I've seen are like that.
Whatever.
Maybe my dad's always taking me to like the parts of town.
Enjoy. Well, there are bits, I think, especially in East London as well. Like, yeah, there are bits where, because I'm from East London, but there's really nice bits, and I think if you're from East London and you love East London, you only see the nice bits and you kind of ignore like maybe the side streets or like a few industrial parks in like Leighton and stuff like that. But there's still no reason to say that it was like London.
I said it reminds me of London.
Well, it shouldn't have reminded you of London because London's amazing.
I think it's overrated.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh my god. Well, we can say the things that we found out that we're similar in, I guess. So, not completely the same, but we've got some similar interest in music, I'd say. There's always an interesting conversation about the music we listen to. So, yeah, similar music taste. We're both terrible when it comes to shopping.
Like, not terrible at choosing things, but terrible at like spending all the money.
Especially when we're together, because then we feel like it's justified to spend loads of money. Like, no, so that should be interesting. When he comes to London, I'll probably be bankrupt by then. So yeah, we both enjoy shopping. Yeah, we both like shopping. He doesn't like scary films, but I forced him to watch Unfriended when he came to London. That was horrible for you.
Very stressful.
I don't know, we seem to, even though I don't speak any German, so I'm useless, but his English is a second language for Franklin, but I'd say we have quite a lot of jokes. I've stopped myself from doing that face as much, because I was told I was doing that all the time last time. Yeah.
I'm doing this a lot too.
Yeah,
I think that should be the screenshot. Like,
well, I hope that wasn't just us rambling and you've learnt a bit more about Franklin, who will be coming to London soon. So soonish, you will.
Soonish, in April.
April, yeah. So if you've got any questions that you'd like to ask of Franklin or of me, just leave them below. We'll be sure to do another one of these videos, so maybe a Q&A video.
Okay.
Yeah, so ask any questions about his experience in Germany, university, anything really. Whether he can't stand me by April.
What?
He would. Oh, no, of course you'd be able to.
This is the fun bit.
That should be yeah, so just leave them below and we will answer them. But bye bye from Germany. Bye.